So here we are again. Thanks for stopping by to listen to the barman and that old annoying guy. Do you ever wonder? Do you want to see who are these men of mystery? TIZZ lives in Scotland and runs XRP. A broadcasting legend, I'm sure you'll agree. Craig lives in a studio in the USA, working on music most every day. They come together at this time each week, a wondrous pairing of these two great geeks. So stop in the chat box and say hello, and listen in wonder to Craig and TIZZ show.
Here we are again.
Thanks for stopping by.
I think we already did that bit, or some interpretations of us did.
And listen in blunder to the Craig and TIZZ show. every time that thing plays, I change the lyrics in my head every single time.
Craig and TIZZ, lost in play.
Exactly. How come the graphic didn't have the little Chinese versions of us this time? Those guys were great. Mouse tongue and whatever it was.
That's just the accidental versions of us that go on social media.
Yeah, I like those guys.
I'm amused by them.
Yeah, I like them. They're pretty great.
Good fun. Welcome one and all to another show of stuff and things and other things and stuff. Today, a deep dive discussion, which may last the full show. It may last half an hour. You know what this is what does making it actually mean for an independent musician? But I'm going to curveball some of you guys because I'm fed up of doing topics along these lines. And you're all just turning around and going, I'm just happy as long as my friend Wereld listens to my music and says, that's all right. Wereld can go to hell today. I don't give a shit about Wereld.
And you have to say it exactly like an Monty Python old British woman voice as well, apparently. Very good.
That's how Wereld sounds, isn't it?
Hello! What's all this then, Mrs. Staplegun Ed? Yeah, okay, that was great.
Mrs. Staplegun Ed?
It was a Mrs. Staplegun Head in one of those.
Oh, head. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Okay, fine.
No, it's Ed, you know?
Yes. Quite.
Yes,
and
quite.
We'll also probably end up diving into the mindless realm of gaming.
Yeah, sorry about that. But they're announcing all these new games right now, and I was saying to TIZZ before the show started, oh, look, more of the exact same two games, all over and over and over and over. Great. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else can they do?
I've got something poignant to say about some of this, actually, but that can wait till later because Craig,
yes,
you're about to tell us what the hot picks are for the day.
I am. Today's songs are by the Tern, Brother Dynamite, Luna's Wereld, Kinda Craig, That's Sfumato Effect, Groove Fellowship, and Elsewhere are our artists today. So
I tried to do like a reaction to each of those names and I got stuck with
like that.
But like the Tern was Brother Dynamite.
But what's funny about
the moon? We got to the Sfumato Effect and I had no idea what
are you gonna do for Sfumato?
Sounds like tomato.
Everything is tomato. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I know.
We may also play people that are joining us and joining in with the chat at the moment, and later and throughout the show. So it's worth you joining in the chat now or later or throughout the show, and we'll play your music too.
Yeah, why not? You know, it's
Top
interesting.
quality hosting too.
The Tern is spelled like the bird, Tern, not Turn. That's very.
It's like
That's
the
great.
what? Sorry, it's spelled like the what?
The bird, the Tern, Ter. It's a bird.
Isn't bird BIRD?
Yes, but this is a species of bird, Tern.
Oh,
Now the
I
lights
was
cut.
really concerned about your grasp of spelling.
Reality.
And well, no, that's every day, every minute of every day,
every second. Actually, I'm losing it more and more. Kind Machine in the chat box says gaming. Do you want to turn us off already? Well, we said later in the show when you're probably in bed, KM. So not a problem.
We just wait for him to.
Yeah,
we hear. Have you seen Halo?
Hey man. Also we start hearing snoring in the chat box, right? And it's like, okay, now it's safe to talk about Nintendo.
I mean, we had a chat box that was very sensitive to typing and writing weirdly at one day. Like if you typed something in there and left it, it would eventually post.
Really?
Yeah, it was the old that chat box, and we had a thing called Waffle Face, and there would be people that are just typing like realms and realms of just letters and numbers. And sending them to us, and we're like, what is going on? And it turned out it was people falling asleep on their keyboards, and they'd wake up with the imprint of a waffle on their face.
I love that.
Yeah, and so there's a term for you all here on XRP Radio. When I'm about to waffle face, is when you're about to fall asleep on your keyboard whilst listening to XRP Radio. Specifically, you can only waffle face, obviously, whilst listening to XRP Radio and not doing any other activity.
Interesting. Well, Kind Machine says he is in bed, or as he puts it, he's on bed. So he's not in, he's resting apparently on it.
Hi, Kind Machine. I'm in bed with you.
Oh, we're gonna go there now. Okay.
What
are you wearing?
A Shinra Corporation's t-shirt providing power to you.
No, not him. Not you. Him. What's he wearing? So
hopefully the thong I sent him, but that's for later. Now it's for music, and then the first piece of music that we're going to play
is The Hills Are Blue by the Tern. The Hills Are Blue, dilly dilly.
Oh, there. That was wrong. There you go. Have it properly.
No, they meant to do that.
I didn't.
Let's do Nintendo Madden 91. I keep saying this all the time. Pajamas are not rock and roll, guys.
I think pajamas are the most rock and roll.
Ah, man, they're kind of like middle-aged guy thing, you know?
I would say only a certain level of band could get away with wearing pajamas on stage, and they would be very rock and roll.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers came out and just wore socks on their things, you know.
Exactly. Like, there's a certain level of rock and roll where you can get away with wearing dresses or a sock or whatever it may be. But
yeah.
Like, if I just walked on stage in a dress with a sock on my knob, people would probably call the police.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, to be fair, it is getting really hard to be shocking on stage nowadays. I mean, what else can you do? You know,
legally, not much.
No. I mean, Alice Cooper, for God's sakes, he hung himself. He cut his head off. He got electrocuted. I mean, come on. Where do you go? You know, look at Guar. You sacrifice the audience to whatever, and
yeah. Like,
yeah, it's
and
hard.
the funny thing is that's not common knowledge to the mainstream musical world. So maybe they've got some more to see in their lives.
That could
or
be.
They don't want to. I don't know.
I mean, Guar is hilarious. I do really enjoy them. They're pretty great. Yeah, we could do a history on how many versions of Madden have come out on Nintendo.
I've never been big on sports games. Like the closest that I'll get is motorsports or like Cool Borders. You can get away with Cool Borders.
I love the SSX, all that stuff. I love that stuff.
Cool Borders is awesome.
Yeah,
Cool Borders. I used to play that and Time Crisis non-stop.
I like the stuff too, like on a jet ski, you know, like Wave Race on the N64. I like that.
Those and like, you know, big mech battle games.
Yeah.
Even if it's if it's like oriented around something like Gundam mech battles or whatever. I always find both of those things look awesomely cool, and anytime I get to play them, I'm like, this is crap. I don't like it.
They're boring as all hell. Look at I still have the brand new Armored Core. Like I bought it 2 years ago. I haven't even touched it, but it was supposed to be fantastic. I think it was called Fires of Rubicon or something. I've got that somewhere, but
I haven't played it. I love the idea, like Gundam Wing, one of my favorite anime series. I like the idea of Robotech. Fuck, oh, yeah. I love that to pieces. The idea of transforming battle robots, awesome. But anytime I've played a game that replicates it, I've been severely disappointed. Like, this is just not what I want it to be.
Any kind of a game that simulates or tries to simulate like outer space battles, like ship to ship, I find boring as all hell. You're flying around. You can't find the bad guys. You have the little, target reticle thing to lock onto them and fire them. And you're trying to find them.
Star Wars Battlefront, the people hated the space battle so much there was a skip button so you didn't have to play them. Anyway, you're listening to XRP Radio. I'm the unsigned and independent musician from across the globe. That was this is the Craig and Tish show. It still is. It will continue to be for the next so many minutes. The Hills Are Blue is what you listen to, and it's by the Tern. Lovely kind of light indie music. It reminds me of the likes of the Coral. It reminds me of a lot of the bands, actually, but not the band.
I kind of wanted to slide us in easy this week.
Slide us in with some slide.
There you go. So I thought we'd come in a little quiet.
See what we did there.
I really did. Nicely done,
Craig.
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm Craig.
What does making it actually mean for an independent musician?
Well, I can't tell you because you're going to say it's just the same crap that you say every time I ask you that question, which you already alluded to in the start of the show.
Well,
making it for me.
I will make the phrase in itself a little bit more poignant. What does making it actually mean for not Craig, but an independent musician? What do you think? If you look out there and look at all the bands out there, when you see something here, they've made it, or you're a little bit jealous because it's like, look how well they're doing. What are the things that you see that are like,
making it in that way? Okay. Well, I guess that would be having your music or your art exposed to the largest group of people possible globally. Through the most means, the most streams of communication.
So, what are the kind of bullet points of that? Are we talking like top charts on iTunes?
Definitely. CD, because that would indicate that many people have listened to what you do. So, like your Spotify followers, your likes on social media, your all that. That statistical stuff that they use to gauge how popular you supposedly are. I imagine that's making it, because that way you're opened up to the most people possible at the same time. That would be, it's just in terms of how much product you're pushing, I suppose.
Okay. That's good. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm interested in the fact that one, you didn't go down a financial route at all.
That's not even a thing.
Whilst also going with quite a business route, how much product you're shifting.
Well, what's the word nowadays? Content? How much content are you putting out there?
Is it content you're putting out there or content that is being consumed?
Consumed. I mean, are people buying your music? Are they buying your merch? Are they buying your CDs? Are they buying your shirts? All that stuff. That's success.
See, I put some awkward thoughts to you. Is 10 listeners that listen to every single track that you put out and are diehard better than 10,000 listeners that listen to the one or two singles that catch?
Boy, that is a really good question. That's sticky. I would rather have less people who are really, what's the word I want? Involved in what I do on an intimate level, as opposed to a whole bunch of people that I'm kind of like a passing thing, I think. Because I think when you put so much work into your art and what you do, you'd like to have a rapport with people because it means a lot. Your lyrics and the mood you're trying to set means a lot to you. If someone else is really picking up on that, and there's not thousands of them, but you understand that what you do really affects them or speaks to them, I would much rather have that than just blind numbers for myself.
And on the other side, the Cotton Machine comes straight in with pajamas.
What, he needs to sell pajamas? I got rid of my chat here.
Pajamas is what makes,
Oh, I see.
Successful. I guess it does go back to what we were saying. Like, how do I put this? Like, pajamas. I did say only successful rock bands can get away with wearing pajamas on stage. So pajamas on stage, I guess, with what I said myself, is a sign of success and making it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, there's never been XRP pajamas, are there?
I'm sure we can make them happen. I'm sure we
probably
did a mock-up of them somewhere.
And if we did, guaranteed Kind Machine would be the one person to buy a pair.
I'll be sitting here right now in them if there wasn't, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that.
I've bought and leave the house in the horrific shorts. Not the boxer shorts with Andrew's face on them, but there's a pair of. They're quite short as well for shorts for me, especially because I wear like below the knee shorts normally. These are definitely above the knee shorts, and it's just the XRP logo like repeated, just splashed on each other all over it, and they are quite the strain to the eyes. But luckily, I don't have to look at them.
I think I remember seeing those in the store like years ago.
Yeah, I have them, and I go out in them.
See, right there already, Kind Machine. How much are they? There you go. See,
now to get them sorted.
That's funny. That's a topic we never ever discussed as long as we've had this show. We've never talked about merchandising. I mean, I have no interest in that. I don't want to have to run a storefront and take care of stock and T-shirts and keychains and stickers and all that. That does not even. Any shirts you ever see me wear were custom made for me, by me, one of a kind. I've never done the multiple shirts. This does not interest me at all.
I think that's why things like Cafe Press and Printful and things like that exist, because you just chuck in your designs and you get a very small amount per unit, but it's a way to get your merch out there. I think merch at gigs is definitely a good thing because you sell a shit ton of them. You've made them yourself awful cheap. You have taken them there. You are getting top mark for the thing. And most of the time, people are getting them in cash, so they avoid the tax man. But I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. No, I mean definitely for sure. Well, that's pretty well known now that a lot of bands, even your mainstream, they're making all their profit through merch right now. It's certainly not album sales or tour. Well, touring, yeah, but merch is huge.
I mean, not to lean towards the game subject too soon. Sorry, everybody. But you look at the big game manufacturers, and Square Enix even have upset me by doing it, testing the ground initially. So there was I think it was the new version of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the Nintendo Switch. You could buy physical and digital copy, don't get me wrong. But you bought the collector's edition, and that was standalone. So you could buy the collector's edition and the physical copy. But if you bought a digital copy, you can still buy the collector's edition without the physical copy, if you know what I mean. So they segregated them, and I've seen a lot of places now doing these collector's editions. Even bands, like they'll put out their music will all be on Spotify everywhere, but they're putting out Greyfuffer, for instance, putting out these, or Donkey putting out these box set high-end merchandise items that are in limited supply. And a lot of them are handmade, so you're keeping your costs low. They've got a few special items. The Donkey one had a handmade origami swan in there, and a lot of the stuff was signed by the people, and that's kind of special.
That's cool.
You know, I look at I like special items like that. You know, if I walk around and see a very specific, unique, one of a kind Final Fantasy item, great. If it's been signed, even better. If it's limited edition, very cool. I won't play the exorbitant amounts for something like, you know, they were 10 years ago, I missed out, and now they're on eBay for like $2,000. I can't be asked with that kind of thing.
Right.
But if at the right moment I see the right thing, I did get the Greyfuffer triplicate, and I did get the Donkey box set, and I enjoy them vastly. They're very cool things to own, and sometimes the niceness of just owning them is fantastic. Like, I'm not constantly pulling out the vinyls and playing them.
Right.
The Greyfuffer ones were specifically more because of my love for Greyfuffer as abandoned people and their support over Greyfuffer's music, which there are a few things that I do actually legitimately like, but you know, I can't imagine me sitting down and listening to the double side from start to finish ever.
Yeah, no, I get. Funny you mentioned that. I know we're not doing show and tell today, but here's my Greyfuffer coffee mug, because I like Greyfuffer and they're great. But like you say, it's the same thing. I like them, but their stuff is so intense, man. I don't know if I could sit down like listen to. It's just so bam, you know, like it's a punch to the head, you know, and it's like, well, pretty intense. I like it in small doses a lot for sure.
Like if I ever gigged just down the road, I would 100% go to the gig, but I fear that I would go in, show the support at the start, be my general like whip up the crowd self. I would listen to 2 songs, I would stand outside, and then I would listen to the last 2 songs, most likely, because I don't think I could take 60 minutes of Greyfuffer in one go, my personal self. I know there's lots of people that can, and musically, musicianship, production-wise, it's cool stuff. I understand and appreciate it, but like, yeah, the same way that whilst Britney Spears' Toxic is an absolute jam, I think I would scrape my ears out if I was ever at one of her gigs.
Yeah, I understand that. You know,
and that goes back to the initial thing of what makes you famous. Because again, going back to that Britney Spears track, that was absolutely. I know she's famous for many things before that, like Hit Me Baby One More Time or whatever, but that one track could have been, if I didn't know anything else about her, the one track that was like, oh fuck, actually Britney Spears is after, yeah, sweet, all right. I knew nothing about it, and then I'd never listen to the rest of her music, but there'll be times even now where I'm like, okay, let's bash it on. Let's stick it on. Fuck it.
Yep. So I'm going by what you said in the start of the show then, so I'm not allowed to use the, you know, as long as I'm making music and I enjoy doing it and I put it out there, then if to me I've made it, I cannot use that. I'm not allowed to use that statement.
Like how many other people realistically, honestly, deep down are 100% like 2 people listen to their music and they're like, I've made it. I've made it.
Well, Spotify says I have 7 followers, so shit, I beat that by 5 people.
Like, you know what I mean, though. Like you can make music for your own enjoyment and really enjoy that in itself and be content with that. Does that make you successful, or does that make you happy with the success that you have had?
Yeah, that's true too. You know,
like I'm not putting you like you should be happy with what, like, fuck's sake, I hate my music and I should be happy with what I've got out of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but what you do is great, man. You know, all these guys I know that come out with this, oh, I hate my music and my music is shit. I tell them, shut up. You know, you have talent, you have ability, your music is great. If anybody's going to run you down, I'd be the first one to do it if it was worth it. I'd be the first one to tell you, you know, you should just pack that shit up and just watch TV someplace. You know, I mean, come on.
I think my biggest hate of my own music, it purely comes from the cool idea that I've got in my head. The fact it's frustrated the fuck out of me to make so much that I hate it and I haven't quite got what I wanted in the first place, which ruins the motivation to finish it because it's like, this is okay, but it's not what I want it to be. So what's the point in finishing it?
Yeah, but you never get that though, Tiz, because you get the idea in your head mentally, but it has to come out through your fingers, and that's where you lose the connection.
But,
that's anybody.
I mean, recently, yeah, but we've got to bear in mind that I do have a library of a ridiculous amount of tunes that I have made.
Right.
Not finished, but have made. And I get to that point where I'm like, oh, just fucking pull it out. And then people are like, oh, you should advertise that. I'm like, oh, God. I think the demotivation comes from the gratification that I get from supporting other people's music as well.
Well, of course.
Like, you do that much effort for not as much as I used to, admittedly. And once we relaunch, there will be a bit more. But you put that much effort into something, it's very difficult. It's almost like I get this at work as well. So I've spent the whole day serving people food, sometimes helping out in kitchen, delivering plates, delivering glasses, polishing forks, knives, and then you get home and you've got to empty the dishwasher.
Right.
It's that kind of feeling. It's just like, I have had enough of this, and like I've seen loads of people really enjoy their fantastic service, very well polished cutlery and glasses, fantastic food, and now I'm going to come home and make myself something slightly substandard with knives and forks that have been in the dishwasher for a bit, so they've got a few water, they're completely healthy, but they've got a few water spots on it, and the glass that accidentally fell over on the side in the dishwasher, so it's got that one stain just down the side of it. And yep. I'm going to quickly make myself a bowl of noodles or reheat some food that's made earlier on in that day. And that in itself is the exact feeling that I have towards my own music.
That was described very well, actually. Nicely done.
It's just dreary and boring to me, and I've had enough of it by the end of the day, so I don't want to do it for myself.
Don't you think it's a little bit of ego is a good thing to have, though, when you're an artist? At least not in terms of telling people that you're fucking amazing, but in terms of having confidence in what you do and when you write and when you create something going, God damn, this is pretty great. I think if you don't have that, then what's your point?
I mean, switch that on its head. Like, I know I'm a good producer and I have good ears for production. I know that I'm a good instrumentalist, or I'm good at composing. I know these are things, and I'm very confident in that. I do say that a lot. That doesn't mean I have to like my own music. The same way, let's go back to Gravehuffer. I think they're fantastic musicians. I think they're very good at composing. I think they're very good, and they're coming on a lot with their production. I don't have to fucking like them. like I do like some of them. Again, I go back. I do like some of their music, and them as people are possibly some of the most fantastic independent music supporters that I've ever known.
They are.
But like it's the same with my own music. Yes, I know it's good production. I'm pretty shit hot at my instrumentation, but the finished product that I get at the end is not what I wanted it to be. Thus, it is shit. It's like getting a steak that you've asked for medium rare and it comes well done.
No, see, that blows my mind. I have never, and as long as I've been doing Icebox Studios, I have never put something out and thought, well, this is bullshit. Why would I do that? Why do I waste my energy to put that much into it and then release it and produce? Why would I go and do that?
Let's bear in mind, I never wanted to release an EP.
Yeah.
I put out there was, I can't even remember what I used. It was like a GoFundMe or something like that. And I was like, I am not making an EP unless it costs me nothing, because I'm not going through that. So here's a GoFundMe.
Right.
As soon as it reaches £500, I will finish the EP. I will put it out there. And it and I thought that was going to put people off. And it reached £500 and I had to fucking put the damn thing out there. Like again, like the effort of putting this shit out there was not like, oh, I'm really going to do this and then getting demotivated. It became a job. I was contracted by people to do this. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I put it in a contractual format using a funding page where I couldn't get out of it, so I had to do it. And I think that
Well,
might have been some of the reason why I hate that EP so much, to be fair, because
yeah.
it didn't come. I mean, I didn't have my heart in it in the first place, and then I was forced to try and have my heart in it. And you can hear it, like some of the stuff in it is the songwriting and composition and lyric writing actually is something that I am moderately proud of. The delivery and production on it is not what I want it to be at all. And I did a lot of things, like I kowtowed to a lot of people. Like Knife Edge came from, actually, the guitar in it came from you and your millions of layers of guitars on lots of your stuff. Even going back to the third bridge, I was like, oh, that sounds good, especially the 12 string and all the layers of acoustic guitar. I'm going to do that with my own thing. And I didn't get that, what I wanted from that. I'm like, I'm going to try this. I didn't. There's about 18 layers of guitar on there.
Yeah.
But also, I got annoyed from the fact that those 18 layers of guitar were my shitty Yamaha acoustic that I've played into the ground. Which, what, you know, you can produce anything to sound like anything. I ended up making it sound like a shiny Simon and Patrick guitar. But I'm sitting there, and again, it's a lot of personal things. Have you ever cooked something for somebody? Usually, chicken. This happens to me with. And you're cutting your chicken up, and there's a bit of the chicken that just doesn't look that appealing in there.
Right.
But you know it's okay, and there's a few bits, and you're like, I can't get rid of all that chicken, so it all goes in the pot, and you cook it all up, and you sit down, and you get that one piece of chicken, and it might not even be the piece of chicken you saw, but you put the piece of chicken in your mouth, you chew down, and you're like, right, that's it. I'm done. It's not for me. Yeah. You know what I'm on about, right?
I do.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, you know, for me, the big complaint is my production. You know engineering, production, right? I'm trying to figure it out as I go. I've gotten a lot better, but I really wish I could redo a lot of the stuff that I put out with better sound quality. You know, like when I use DistroKid and it uses that automated production thing, the automated mastering thing, that is pretty cool. But to me, it just makes everything louder and a bit more trebly, far as I can really tell, and I don't want to spend money to have some AI program remaster my stuff for me. But, I really think like Cluckzilla, given what I've got to work with, sounded pretty good. I'm getting better all the time. I mean, you listen to the third bridge, a lot of that stuff is pretty bad, but I really didn't know what I was doing. Not to mention the equipment was a lot more basic too, back then.
I think it is important to realize when you're playing anything historical that the equipment was very different, and an independent track back then compared to a mainstream track would sit easier against an independent back then to a mainstream track now. And that's just life, the universe, and everything. And I think more people are really getting into the enjoyment of different styles of production. So just because your production doesn't follow certain trends does not make it bad production.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I get that.
I think a lot of people's stumbling blocks when it comes to digital production is it's very easy to fall back on the pre-designed presets in compressors, equalizers, etc. And then have a little fiddle about them. So, rock guitar, I'm playing rock guitar, and then you fiddle with that. And I think that's a big mistake. I think what people need to do is click rock guitar, then click acoustic guitar, and then click on funk guitar, and look at the settings and listen to the difference that each of those things have done.
Right.
And then you go, that's made that a bit more punchy, and they've turned down the threshold there. So I'll use the rock guitar one, and now I'll turn down the threshold to make it that sound but punchier. And following that format, I think lazy production styles of AI automation and presets have made people be happy with either that's better than I can do, or that's close enough.
Yeah, they kind of settle.
Yeah, that's close enough, so I won't fuck with it. or oh, that's not what I wanted, but it's better than what I intended in the first place, so we'll just stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, what you wanted is what it should always be. This is again going back to the fact that I get so depressed with my own music because I never get it exactly where I want it to be, and maybe I should settle a couple of times. But those little dial-ins that people do are really what changes things, and I think you hear it with some of your music in certain places because you can see, especially with some of the synths. I fear that I feel like I can almost see you getting a synth, getting a patch out, and going, "I wonder what this turning up will do."
Yeah,
and you're like, "Oh, that's cool."
I've done that too.
Mm.
Yep. Okay, so
and that's how you could make your music better.
Gotcha. Sorry, I just got handed notes from my wife here, so I'm trying to carry on the conversation. And
I hope they're production notes. Speak louder.
Yeah.
Don't forget the music playing.
Right. Okay, got it. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
She just gave it. No, stuff is going on, so I just got some updates here.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Unless it's not okay, then it's not okay. And
no, it's nothing. It's nothing bad that I need to drop anything. We're good. So, long story short, you guys don't care about this, but our home is being besieged by bees, so we just had an exterminator here. So I got the rundown from Connie how that went. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, back to the show.
Well, I had queued it up for a fantastic tenuous link there, but I said that will make your music better, and then you got distracted.
You did, then I got distracted. Anyway, here's the song, guys. This is Better by Brother Dynamite.
Winning.
Okay. You know, why is it always the things happen in life when we're trying to do the show? It's 2 hours out of a week, and that's when things have to happen.
Tell me about it. The past 2 days was meant to be the first of my intense sort out all the background legal shit for XRP ready for the end of next month. And like on Tuesday I got asked to go in early, and I was like, oh man, the extra hours are gonna kill me. Okay, I'm gonna relax. No, Monday, sorry, I asked to go in early. I'll be like, okay, I'll relax on Tuesday, and then I'll get a load of shit done on Wednesday. And I got called Wednesday morning. It's like, yeah, we're 2 staff down. You kind of have to come in, or we're all going to be losing large amounts of money. Oh, right. Okay then. So I went in for that, and it was Tuesday night, and I was like, oh, it's Tuesday night. It will hopefully be nice and quiet, and it really fucking wasn't.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't quite what you expected.
Well, the hardest thing is just the end of the, like, I can deal with lots of customers and I can stay happy, but when it's the end of the night and you've had all that buzz and everyone leaves and you're on your own and you have to mop floors, clean tables, clean a whole restaurant out after a busy shift, and it's like 2 hours worth of cleaning. It's just fucking demoralizing and exhausting.
I hear you. No, today was just one of those days where we had an awful lot going on today. If everything would have lined up right, but the exterminator guy screwed up. It was supposed to be 7 o'clock my physical therapy guy. Then 1 o'clock we had haircuts. Then the exterminator was supposed to be here at 2:30. Well, I like to be in the studio at 3 o'clock to be ready for you to go on at 3:30. Well, he wasn't coming, so I called the company and he was running late. So I was down here while he showed up, and Connie dealt with him instead, which is fine, but I wanted to talk to him too about what he's finding. But we had awnings over our windows. They took all those down today. We're having our house kind of remodeled, and there was all kinds of wasp nests and stuff up in those awnings. They had built them, so we had wasps everywhere. So that's why the guy was out here today. He was here a couple of days ago, but if you still have bugs, they come back for free.
Yeah.
Next treatment is on the house, so he was just here spraying for that too. So now everything is done for the day. So let's just finish the show, and then I'll be a vegetable the rest of the night.
Sounds good.
But that's okay. So anyway, so that's good. Yeah, I got worried when she grabbed a piece of paper and started scribbling out notes to me. I'm like, uh-oh. I hope everybody's okay. So anyway, so there's that. So
worse things have happened.
Yeah, I know. So where are we at? We're talking about how successful we are.
I mean, somewhat.
Somewhat successful. You know, I mean, I really don't want to sound like I'm harping on the same point all the time, but you know, people have to understand, and I've said this in interviews for a few years now. You know, all this stuff I have, if I moved the camera around and showed you the studio, I never thought I would have had this when I was younger. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about successful? I dreamt. I mean, come on. I had one guitar, much less 14. You know, synthesizers and all that stuff. I never thought I'd have any of this stuff. I mean, I'm successful. I'm a winner right there. You know. So, oh, Alan from Brother Dynamite. Yeah, good job. Yeah, I love their stuff. Yep. Oh, Spams is here. Hi, Spams. Long time no here.
Spams is here. It's got that kind of big band indie rock finish.
It does. No, whenever I want a good funk track, I go to them as well. Really good stuff. Ba, ba, ba. It's funny, when I was a kid growing up with music, I always hated horns till I got a sax guy in the Express band. Then all of a sudden I had appreciation for horns.
I would love to be able to either play or work with someone that plays baritone and sax.
Oh, because we did a lot of funk, you know, and he was just an amazing soloist, our sax guy.
Here we go.
Yep.
That's better. My brother Dynamite. Yeah, I did funny.
I saw what you did again. You are such a segwayer. Is that a word?
Oh.
Segwayer? Segwayist?
See, when I hear segwayer, I think of those, you know,
those
the segways.
Scooter thing with the balancing
snails.
thing.
I don't know why I always thought they looked like a snail that was at attention like a meerkat. You can see it, can't you? You know how meerkats are like that? Like the wheels and
yeah. That's a Madonna song, like a meerkat. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it's I don't know why I thought of that all of a sudden. Probably because I'm sleep deprived today. I got to write that song, like a meerkat. Like a meerkat.
I guess I'm gonna put this out there just for respect and shit, and people that did good for music and whatever.
Shit.
I'm gonna do it in my typical way. So, Craig, what do you think about Dolly Parton?
Man, I wasn't a fan. I'm aware of her. I think apparently it's more of a loss as a person. You know, what a philanthropist she was, and just the way she treated people. And it's so funny to see all these tributes coming in from all these different, even like heavy metal guys, Rob Halford from Priest. You know, it's like people in all these different types of media coming out that just praise her. I mean, people you wouldn't even expect. A lot of heavy metal guys, just everybody. Nobody has anything bad to say. And it's just, I liked her because there was no politics with her. There was none of this. She didn't get caught up in all this stupid shit. It was this, she respected everybody. She appreciated everybody for what they were. She just wanted everybody to be nice to each other. I mean, my God, what a great message that is. You know, did you see Tim Curry died today as well?
Yeah,
from Rocky Horror.
More of a tragedy in my personal opinion, but
yeah, I mean, you know, wow,
two fantastic people. Like I was going to mention that as well, and on Tim Curry just one of those cult legends. Yes. Not just for the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but for anything that he did. He was always seemed very, very motivated, maybe not necessarily about everything as a whole, but about the direction of creativity and, you know, taking things out of the box and being a little bit different and being allowed to be crazy or take on a role, no matter what that role may be. And I like that about him. He's just a cool guy. I'm sure I don't know enough about his background to know whether he's got any skeletons in the closet, but absolutely fantastic dude.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't aware how much voiceover work he had done, like for animation and stuff.
Oh, he's done so much. I mean, he has got a fantastic voice and a big range of characters as well. Definitely more in the method of the acting, as it were. But I really rate him. I can't think of anything that I dislike him in, and there are a lot of things that I'm like, Tim Curry's Rocky Horror Picture Show. He is. And if you see any of the stage shows, people try so hard to embody what Tim Curry did there. It's just like, it shows how much people respect him for what he did do. Dolly Parton, on the other hand, like, don't get this is going to go wrong and then right. I promise you. Dolly Parton, in description, in raw description, is everything that I hate about America. That the accent, the music, the
country thing.
Weirdly, I mean, one thing, she liberalized redneckism, I guess, but that's another rabbit hole to go down. However, like, I could like quite today. There's been a lot of stuff by Dolly Parton that I've read, quotes from her and whatever. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's really nice. How beautiful words are those?
Yes.
And then I scroll down and it'll be a reel of that. And I'm like, I can't listen to that voice. Sorry. Next. Like, I don't want to be horrible about certain people. This is bearing in mind I married an American, and for the first 25 years of my life, I couldn't stand the American accent. Like, it made me angry. So, take everything with a grain of salt. But she was a fantastic woman. That she was probably one of the best people that were alive in the current day and age for creativity. What she did with the library, the way that she stood up against a lot of common practices that are taking money out of musicians, or taking creativity even out of musicians' pockets. And I fear with the loss of people like her, the big voices in the world that are kind of standing up for real musicianship and real independent music and real creativity as a whole, and the widening of the imagination at a base, I fear it's another step towards artificially created entertainment en masse for all.
Yeah, agreed. I liked about her is that, she was not afraid to experiment with her sound. I mean, for God's sake, she did an album called Rockstar, where she was she did like a duet with Rob Halford from Priest. She was, she wasn't afraid to play with it, which is really cool. She didn't pigeonhole herself. And I never really knew what a fantastic songwriter she was till I really paid attention, the way she could create, I mean, of course, there's, I Will Always Love You and all that stuff. But if you listen to it, there's nothing to it, I mean, for, composition wise, but that melody is amazing. It's a hook.
Well, this is a bit of a rewind to what we were talking about at the start again. And, does success mean wearing PJs? This should be the title of this episode. Does success mean you can wear PJs?
You can wear PJs.
So, because you go back to her early stuff, and she had I don't want to say generic sound. She had a very specific sound to her.
She did.
And like, did becoming successful allow her or other artists like her to be able to go out of the box, knowing that if it didn't quite get it, or if it doesn't quite go as well, it doesn't matter because I'm still successful? Or the other side of, I'm so successful that I know a certain amount of people will listen to this no matter what.
Yeah, that's a great question. There's musicians that have done that, like your side projects and stuff. Well, I, not to toot my own horn, but I kind of circumvented all that. I just invented bands that weren't me. That way, if somebody really hates Sea Rage, well, I don't care. That's Sea Rage. Go ahead and hate them. It's not me. It's Sea Rage. You know, so for me, I kind of sidestepped all that. Now, if you want to hate Craig Allen Hecht, we got a problem. Yeah, I'm coming down there to rough you up, guys. It's like your new EP is a piece of I wouldn't play it for my dog. Yeah, okay, good.
I fed it to my dog though, and he
fed it to my dog.
loved them MP3s.
He sure did, boy. Ay. But yeah. So, but you know, they always pass away in threes. Can you think of anybody else in America that's 80 years old and is about due to pass away? Donald Trump. I didn't say that.
The problem is, I fear if Donald Trump dies or gets assassinated now, it would martyr him, and that would be the worst thing for the world.
Well, yeah. What can I do?
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, what are we talking? Anyway,
like, I was. No, I'm not going to say this because a lot of people.
And don't get people coming at your house with torches. You don't want people burning down XRP towers.
It's not it's that Charlie Kirk thing, right? And the one thing that I have to commend is the assassin, because he managed to orchestrate it to happen in the only place that wouldn't martyr Charlie Kirk.
That's probably true.
It was a guy that said guns should be kept out of schools that was killed in a school by someone with a gun. Like,
with a gun.
Yeah. If it was anywhere else, he would be absolutely idolized. But because it was there, he looked stupid. Yeah, anyway, I shouldn't have said that. Let's have a piece of music and make sure everyone forgets all my words.
Well, here's a very pretty piece of music for today. This is called Bunnies in the Clover, and it's from Luna's World. I heard this on Juniper's show, and I go, this is really nice.
They've come out with a very lovely video with a bunny in a field, but I am 90% sure it's AI generated, and it's a little bit... I can't help but see the Energizer bunny.
But does the bunny have a rifle?
No, look at it. It's a very sweet little bunny dancing around a field thing, but it looks like the Energizer or the Duracell bunny, the pink.
Let's have some AI. Yeah, okay. I can't remember what it was, but I was in the chat box. Was it last Sunday or the Sunday before? And we said something that made her laugh so hard we stopped the show. She literally couldn't breathe. It was wonderful. We just took the whole show right off. I think it was me and Kind Machine was in there maybe, but we just took the whole thing right off the track. It was so bad. She couldn't breathe. That's my job. Go to other people's show and be a subversive.
It happens.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Better than when fucking the whole Remy crew was in and they just go to weird places no one was expecting.
Oh, I'll bet. Oh, man.
Sunlight on your skin. Bunnies in the clover, hearts growing slow, watching them tumble and turn. Every little moment, soft as a secret, something in my chest starts to burn.
It's a very sweet song.
I'm really tempted to have Brainhammer do a takeoff on this and just turn it on its head, but I can't be that mean.
I think it comes because I think she's wrote a book.
Oh, really? I don't know a lot about her.
Tiny chatter, the way the screen door sang, how the small things mattered. If all of this fades to a faded green stain, let it live in the space where your hand held my hand. Bunnies in the clover, hearts growing slower, watching them tumble and turn.
God, this note that Connie sent me about the guy taking care of the bees, he got stung. That's not good. Huh.
So, yeah.
Not good.
Tucked in for a
That's cute. Over and over.
As we play.
So that's I'm getting little bits of information about this as I'm going on and searching. So it's music, it's children's music. They've won an award. Where are we seeing? Bunnies in the Clover is being selected for the Children's Hours Summertime Best Kids Music Special.
Wow.
And from what I'm just trying to research a little bit. So Luna's World is children's stories, and Luna and Friends is the people from the stories making the music.
Okay, gotcha.
If that makes sense. From what I'm understanding, this is also not, I think it's Finnish. They're a Finnish band.
That is why, like, Wereld is spelled not world, it's Wereld.
Yeah, Luna's World is a book series.
Yeah.
Well, and that's music from that, which is cool. It's very sweet.
In that case, XRP is pretty fortunate to have something that cool.
Yeah, once I read it, I was kind of like, yeah, I can see that going a lot, especially that kind of do with the
I had like the Teletubbies thing going.
I could see that with the little bunnies and going for a little walk.
Yeah,
do.
As opposed to the evilness that is Booba.
Oh,
let's never talk about Booba. No Booba on the Craig and Tiz show. It's terrifying.
I've never watched a full episode for a start. My first, I knew of their existence, but I thought, like, I'm walking past and there might be an advert for something or a certain thing, advert for a toy or whatever, but managed to pass me by. And then it was Christmas around the time they came out, I presume. And I went into a store and they had a full fucking like floor to ceiling shelf rack of all the multicolored Boo bars. Right.
Yep.
Now I looked at them and I was like, well, that's a bit disconcerting, but didn't think anything of it. And then proceeded to walk down and they were all fucking motion activated. My God. The noises that the worst thing is their eyes move side to side very, very slowly and they click. They go as their eyes go sides. It's fucking horrific. The sounds that they make are haunting.
Well, no, it's like all these farting noises in the TV show.
Oh, I've been able to not watch a whole episode. I've watched little clips that have annoyingly popped up, but after having probably in excess of 100 Boo bars motion activated make sounds at me.
Yeah, that would not be.
I fear them. They are a thing of my nightmares. I see them and they put me on edge. I do not enjoy the fact that they exist.
Did you Brits ever get a kid show called Oobi, OOBI, where it was all like hands? They had like people's hands like with a ring on there with eyeballs, and they would like, hi grandpa, like little eyeballs here where their fingers are.
Not.
Yeah, Oobi was from Australia, I think. We had that for a while, and that was interesting.
Talking about dark kid show issues, though, have you seen the thing about the Elder Tubbies?
No, not a thing.
I'm just going to show you this, and you may get the fear.
Okay. The Elder Tubbies, huh?
This is disconcerting at best. Where are we? There we go. Let's share this tab instead.
Oh dear God, what is that?
That is the Council of Elder Tubbies. If it's Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Poe. And if you look, the original Teletubbies are trapped in their bellies.
Oh my God, who came up with this?
I have no idea. It went round. I saw it on Facebook and it kept popping up on me, and I hate it with all of my soul.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll have to tell my kids. They were brought up on Teletubbies.
It's it gives me the fear. It gives me the fear.
Sure. As well it should. Wow.
I also may have the fear or even the terror next.
Oh, I see this coming. See, you broadcasted that one rather well. Okay, I will announce this. I know you're waiting for the. This is from the Craig Allen Heck tribute band, Kinda Craig, off their never to be released album called Foul Play, a tribute to Cluckzilla. And this is the AI remake of The Terror of Cluckzilla, the title song. Where do you hear this middle part? It just chugs like crazy.
It hasn't got the cool offbeat because in the original it's like dong down.
Yeah, the backstroke.
It hasn't got that as hard.
Yeah, this has a lot more like EDM shit going on in it.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of like Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, the middle is fucking nuts. Sure, sometimes the stream comes up really loud for me, sometimes it doesn't. This is one time it's down a bit, but that's okay.
Everything's still a bit wonky in here.
Yeah.
Gotta sort some buttons out.
You know, after it gets out of the first chorus, it goes pretty crazy. Good drumming there.
Blast beats out of nowhere.
That's cool. There you go. I like that.
Bearing on rock dubs there.
It's great. I mean, if I would have had the ability, would I have written it like that? Yeah, probably.
It makes it sound more like less Flash Gordon rock opera and more intro tune to an inversion of Cluckzilla.
Yeah, I see what you said there. Yeah, for sure it does. I think I told you before what was so funny. I actually couldn't do the entire album because the last 3 songs, Stuno said it was an existing copyrighted song and I couldn't regenerate a cover of it. So I emailed them and I go, it's my fucking song. And they go, well, you still can't use it because the software is doing what it's supposed to do and stopping you from regenerating a copyrighted song. I go, but the rest of the album's copyrighted too. That was okay. So whatever.
It might be a sample that you used in there, like the
could be
police sirens or that kind of shit.
Yeah, it has none of that.
No. I can't think of the last 3 tracks in the top of my head.
Oh, Megaton Hammer it won't do.
That was quite explosive.
Yeah, wasn't it though? Pretty intense, eh?
It was very intense. One of those things, like, that was more of a show of what Suno could do than anything else that I've heard out of Suno, because there was a lot of variation. There were a few times where like it was all very overproduced, very wall of soundy, big soundy, cool
Yeah.
ideas. That some fun additions to your composition that you'd already
Yeah.
done. I
Right.
noticed that quite a lot in the drums. Like the drums would change the beat, and it felt, I don't know, it almost felt like it went out of time. Like there was jumps,
Yeah.
and you can almost hear the AI dropping the loops in as it's going along, if you know what I mean. It's I've never noticed that so much before as I did in that one, and maybe it's because all of the drum samples used were quite so explosive. When you change sounds during a track, it's even more noticeable than when you just change like a light woolen drum in an acoustic track to a bit more of a stomp boxy drum. It's quite interesting. It always freaks me out what it does to people's voices.
Well, that's supposed to be me, because that's supposed to be, there's a thing with that. You take a microphone and you sing into it. It samples your voice. And supposedly that's supposed to be me. I don't see it, you know. But
it definitely sounds like you, but it's where your name come from. It's kind of Craig. It's Craig adjacent.
well,
It's
yeah,
Craig
right,
from a parallel universe or another multi-dimension.
It's like Marvel. I mean, what's interesting about it, when you tell it to cover an already existing song, you can tell it how faithful to be the original song, or you can have it kind of like go off on a tangent and just create something totally different. So there's a couple different riffs there in the middle that I didn't throw in, but I didn't tell it to do that either. It's kind of randomized, like that chug, chug, chug thing, like that kill switch engage part in the middle. I didn't tell it to do that. It just threw that in. And then too, it has that funny lead guitar where it almost sounds like a lead guitar, but it could be a synthesizer.
It's very MIDI-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's again too perfectly played, I guess.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, like it goes up an octave all of a sudden, like you just took a range thing on a keyboard and went up an octave on a button. You know, it's really weird.
I've seen a lot of guitarists using that, using octave
the whammy
pedals a lot
pedal?
more. No, just an octave pedal a lot more recently. So instead of going, it's on the foot now. So they just play the same scale again, and it sounds like they've racked up the neck, and it gives you the same thing without yanking you. Because you got to admit, in some hyper fast solos is where a lot of guitarists pull the neck and then shoulder muscle, because it's that. And you've got to go from a low B to a high E in a second.
In about about half a second, right?
I've done it while slapping. It's like and you spend the rest of the gig like this.
You know, it's so funny you say that, man. One of my friends sent me a reel yesterday, and it was a guy, I think from Korea or something, and he invented a guitar stand, which is kind of like, it looks like drum hardware. And like you like clamp your guitar into this thing, and you're just holding it. Like the thing takes all the weight of it, right? So you can just like stand there, move it like it spins and stuff. So it's not putting any weight on your body or your shoulders or your back or anything. I mean, I've seen the stands where like holds like an acoustic or something.
That sounds back to the old days where you were waiting for your band to move across to the acoustic on the stage.
Yeah, right. But this thing was actually, you could just almost wear it, you know, and just like move it. You could like rock it up and down, but it held all the weight off, which is really cool, I thought.
I saw something similar, funnily enough, recently as well, but it was like a chest belt, and it attached on like a spinning. So it was there. All the weight was on your chest. Yeah, you could spin it, but the main thing was taking the weight off your one shoulder, because I am like every other string playing instrumentalist, where if you look at me straight on, my one shoulder is definitely massively shorter than the other, and that is from both playing on stage and carrying my big hard case bass to and from school.
Oh yeah,
and stuff. So every musician has a slanted shoulder from whatever instrument they carry, and God help the double bass players.
Oh yeah. Well, another reason that I can't play Les Pauls, to me, it's like playing a coffee table.
Oh,
you know, it's like a mahogany coffee table with a guitar neck bolted onto it. It's just too heavy, man. I can't do it.
Yeah,
you know. Even my Strats is starting to get me sore now a little bit, but Craig's getting older now, kids, and the back isn't what it used to be, you know. So
no,
anyway,
I agree. I now sit when I play at home. But ages ago, I'd always
I do.
But I now always sit.
I think I told you before, my old sound guy, Chuck, he came down and he reoriented my studio so that I can sit here on a rolling chair and my effects are right here to my left. My board is right here on my left. I just roll back to everything. So it's great. I can just stay sitting if I want to.
And soon this studio needs a full rewire. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Well, you saw that. You know, I just redid mine. I put pictures up. I told you that story where I had leads that went nowhere.
Oh yeah,
like behind something on the floor, and well, where did this plug into?
I've got a good few of those. I mean, like I know I've been going through the past few months where I'd sit down at the studio and I'm like, turn everything on, turn the desk on, and I'm like, and I'm like, what's going on? And I just mute the channel now because it's like I know there's a lead behind my desk touching a wall, and that's what that is now.
Oh, that's me too. My Iris 3.5 is my monitor speakers. Sometimes I have a hum, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I think it's just some kind of interference from something. I've tried lifting the ground and everything. I can't, but it's not always there. It's just sort of once in a while. So I give up. As long as it doesn't record the buzz, I'm happy.
Yeah. My rockets, they're fine now. Can't hear any noise, quiet as fuck, right? The amount of noise that they stimulate when I turn off all the gear, like just the resonant cable hum from everything, because it's off, but obviously it's still, when it's off, it's still kind of connected to everything because those mute buttons aren't muting anymore. It's just an open circuit board. And the amount of fucking noise that they make when everything's off is ridiculous. And it's not even resonant hum or anything. It's just
right. Oh man, that's I mean, how many gigs? Yeah, I know I probably played a lot more bar gigs than you did, back in the day. But my God, how many times did you go play a gig someplace and there was just like that 120 hertz buzz on stage? And you couldn't find it. You do the old trick where you take a lead into like a 3-prong adapter and you break the ground off on it and try to lift it that way. And how many, it was like all the neon lights in the bar, all the bar signs and stuff, it'd be on the same line as the stage was. So it'd be just coming out of your amps. You just couldn't do anything about it. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I always preferred, whenever I went on stage with, or ideally our own equipment, I'd always put our amps into our own surge bank and then into their line for a start.
That's a good idea.
And then I'd try and insist as much as possible as direct miking in rather than DI, because they always plug the DI box into the main line plug sockets.
Yep.
So you can have isolated everything possible for perfect sound, and then some toss bag from the venue themselves just comes up with the little fucking line 6 bastard DI boxes and plugs it straight into the same thing that's got the fridges in or something ridiculous.
The little gray ones. Yeah. God, I know. Well, I kind of got away from all that because I was like one of the first people I know to use modeling on stage. I had the line 6, the Pod X3 pedal. But I was different because we actually ran it back into a power amp behind me, and it came out through I had a 12-inch guitar speaker put in a monitor cabinet. Then we mic that up. So instead of just being like this really clean line back to the front of house, I was actually pushing air, and we mic that up. So it sounded a lot more full. So that was cool. That was my sound guy, Chuck. That was his brilliant idea, and it was it didn't sound quite so sterile, So yeah, pretty cool. Back in the day when Craig schlepped equipment around all over the place. But not anymore, man. I mean, I have guitars that have never left the studio. I mean, they live down here. I mean, I take it to a gig. Are you crazy?
my latest bass still hasn't left this house. Actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, see, I have been taking them.
Don't want it to get hurt.
Well, I know, right? I've been sending them one at a time to the luthier to be reset up. So. I just got my white Strat back, and that came back just beautiful. They did a fantastic job. So I think next is going to be the Blue Flying V. I think it's going to have that set up and get that tweaked.
So fancy.
I imagine everybody out there is going, I don't care about your goofy studio talk.
But, I mean, it's musical. It's better to a lot of people than the fact that I just completed. Well, actually, quite a while ago, I completed the Halo campaign again on the new.
And Craig played about 10 minutes. Yep. And as usual, Craig got to the part where they first roll out the first, what's that first tank? The Warthog? I got as far as getting into that, and that's where I stopped. I'll pick it back up.
That's like the bit that it starts getting exciting.
Well, I had to go to bed, man. It was like 1:30 or something.
I'll allow it, maybe.
Now
it's
I got
such a good recreation. It's so good.
Now I got to play Splatoon Raiders on the Switch. I've got that. Oh my God, what else? I just bought all this new stuff. It's all sitting in a pile. I have to get to it now. So, you ever heard of a game called Craig and his pile? Ever heard of a game called Code Vein? VEIN? Code Vein.
It sounds familiar.
I think it came from Software, the same guys that made Elden Ring, I believe. But I just found that used for cheap at a local store. So I have a stack. There's like 5 games I have to get on. So I'm gonna take a break from all this music craziness for a while and catch up on my gaming.
It sounds like a good plan, mate. It sounds like
I just don't know. To be honest with you, Tiz, I have no idea what to do next. I mean, I was doing hard rock, then the EP, the Ford Bridges thing, was very mellow and acoustic.
Free jazz.
Nice.
Free jazz.
Free jazz. Shit. You just play a bunch of wrong notes. It's bebop. I can do that.
Do it. I want bebop. Because you are born to be free, Craig.
To be honest, I never have done a jazz album, have I?
You haven't.
Oh.
But you can now because you're born to be free, Craig.
Oh, God damn it. Hey, here's a song. Would you quit doing that to me?
I'm so good at it, though.
Here's Born to Be Free by that Sfumato Effect.
One of the hardest pronounceable bands here on XRP Radio. Outside the finish. Outside the finish.
I'm sorry, man. I'm half asleep. You're cueing me on shit, and I'm like,
I am equally as exhausted, Craig. Don't you worry.
It just gets me in the eyes, brother. It gets me in the eyes. It's burning on me. I'll be straight, Craig. It doesn't get me in the eyes. It gets me in the attention span. I have that. I'm with it and everything. Just my eyes are burning.
No.
Oh, man. It was so funny. I was looking on the database, and I got to rock. I think I was 2024 or 5, and there's like 10 of these Sfumato Effect songs right in a row. And it was hard to pick one. They're all really well constructed, It's so funny how Kind Machine started with this and morphed into what he is now.
I'd say this might sound weird, but this is like, I feel like this is Soundgarden if they did lighter music that was a little bit more mainstream.
You know what it reminds me of is, you ever heard of XTC?
I have not.
You're a Brit. How do you not know XTC? Andy Partridge? XTC.
I know Alan Partridge.
Man. No. This was a huge band. Pop rock. XTC. Look them up.
I'm looking at them. They look familiar.
God, you're young.
What was the track?
Oh, the track? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they had a bunch of really catchy stuff.
Shut up. Go away.
I'm trying to educate you.
You're not but you're educating me in something that even you don't know.
All right, then I gotta look. Jesus, get my phone out, search them. They had a really big album.
How did it fit in the CD player?
It did. I get it. Ha ha ha.
Fucking hell. You're hard work today, Craig.
I know. Their biggest hit was the UK called Senses Working Overtime, which reached number 10 on the UK singles chart in 1982. They had a song. They had a song called Dear God, which was wonderful. It was like a acoustic thingy. Where the hell is that album, though? They were one of the smartest and catchiest British pop bands from the punk and new wave explosion of the late 70s. Well, of course, you wouldn't know that. Oh, well, doesn't matter. I tried to do a reference and it didn't work.
What about Ecstasy, Craig?
What about them? Sure, they're not going to give me the... Yeah, they had an album called Skylarking that was very popular. That might be
Ah.
fun to look for. So there.
I think I do.
Anyway, there is a big pop sensibility here at work.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, I wish I could write a melody like that. I can't. I always stay in the same little range. I know. I never think to go. I could do that, but I never think to do it. You know.
You can We have learned that Craig can He just never thinks to
Don't you guys think? Okay, all you songwriters out there, isn't melody the hardest part of a song to write? I will go to my grave on that one. That's the hardest part of the whole process. A good melody that's engaging and catchy, and that you can actually fucking sing. You know,
depends
there's a
if
lot-
it's gamelan or not.
Gamelan.
If it's gamelan, then it's very, very easy to create a melody.
We've only got so many notes.
Yeah, you have one.
If you're playing a gamelan, gamelan. Didn't he fight?
Drone.
Did he fight the trans? He tried. He was in the Transformers movie, wasn't he? Hey, speaking of Transformers, did you ever see the original 1980s Japanese anime Transformers movie with Unicron?
Probably.
With Unicron. Orson Welles was Unicron. They're actually coming out with a remaster of that. If you don't own it, you need to own it, buddy.
Do I?
You
Yeah,
do.
I
I'm
must
telling
have
you.
watched that. That looks very.
It's
that I've
great,
watched.
man, because it's actual Japanese quality anime. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that was it. Beyond good, beyond evil, beyond your wildest imagination.
Right. Yeah.
No. I didn't know they were doing a remaster, and that's probably one of the things that I will need to watch.
You are going to need, and all you Transformers fans, you all know damn well that Megatron is buried inside the Hoover Dam here in the States. That's where they keep him prisoner.
Spoilers.
Kept prisoner. Everybody knows that. I toured the dam. I toured the Hoover Dam, and I go, "Do you guys still have Megatron in the basement?" And the guy knew exactly what I was talking. Yeah, he's still down there. Okay. Thank you. He played into it.
Everybody.
I know this might be just the last half hour of music. I don't I don't know. We're doing good. Hey, we were going to talk
trying
about,
to do good.
we were talking earlier on in the show about we could have spent the last half hour talking gaming.
We could do.
I mean, because like I said, last night I was on IGN.com and they had all those previews from what do they call it? Gamescom, that big con thing somewhere, Europe, I think. But they showed all these previews of all these games, and I said to Tiz, so every damn game now is one guy with a sword, and you're fighting some behemoth-sized monster that's been created by some amazing graphics program, and you got the same attacks, and every game has a skill tree, and every game is the exact same thing. And I'm like, I am not impressed. I'm like, come on, you guys, you gotta do better.
I think it's very difficult. Like, once you've got story-driven games, which are typical,
that's all there is now.
It's hard to get out. Like, you've got the mechanics of a human being a human, slicing, beating, whatever, or a tank that shoots or whatever. And once you get to the premium button combinations, to deliver an enjoyable experience, where else do you go from there? You either need a new controller, a new way of viewing, or that's it really, or a new type of game that doesn't base itself on anything that we know. Now, some people find those enjoyable. It will be like, trying to get bridges across towers, or they tend to be more mathematical or puzzle based games, and you can go really wild with them. But because there's no point in having amazing graphics on a puzzle based game, they're all on phones now for free or for ads or whatever. So the big games now have to, in effect, be a compelling film.
That's exactly what they are, and you're playing you're the character. Yeah,
you can't. Once your button combination, once a hack and slash game has got to its premium button combination, it's
What else?
intuitive to play. Where do you go other than the storyline or the graphics? The graphics are now at a point where they're so. Oh my god! I had no idea that happened though. That's quite interesting from the new releases. But anyway, I'll get there.
Okay, all right.
They've Heroes of Might and Magic, the old click based. You have a little horse and you go to your castle.
They're redoing it.
Yeah, they're remaking that, and that was an old favorite of mine.
No, I will get on my. I will put my old man hat on here. I'm sorry, I have to apologize, but I do believe creativity in games is pretty well dead. Now you have to understand, back in '81 when I had the Atari 2600, right? Your guy was a square.
Yeah,
pretty much. Now they had such interesting gameplay. We had Frogger. The idea was to get the frog across the fucking river, hop on the logs to the other side. We had a game called Freeway, which was a whole bunch of traffic going in two different directions. You had to take your little chicken, get your chicken across the road to the other side. We had games like Kaboom, where there was a guy on top and he was dropping bombs. You had buckets of water. You went back and forth with the buckets to catch the bombs before they exploded. These were all different types of gameplay. They were brand new types of gameplay.
You know what's weird though? When you're talking about that, but aren't the majority of those move to dodge or move to catch?
Yes. But
is it that creative?
But it all started somewhere.
It did start.
There was never a game like Qbert until there was Qbert. There was never a game like Defender until there was Defender, where you had a spaceship and you were picking up survivors and rescuing them. There was nothing like that. Those games were creative. Those games were trend setting. They're not doing anything because they've done everything. What are you going to do? Another GTA? Oh boy, I'm a gangster. I can steal a car. I can be in a gang. Oh boy. Come on, man. But they can't do anything else. There's nothing new to do.
I mean, in the same breath, like how else would you get a new Star Wars film? Is everything's kind of being done, so you introduce new story and new character, and like
yes.
I'm looking at a lot of the new releases. The Witcher 3, Rainbow Six Tactics. Well, that's probably Rainbow Six 700. Silent Hill redone, Mega Man redone, Rayman Legends retold.
Right.
Everything is
face. Yes.
Yes.
Everything is meow. Everything is cake face. Everything is tomato. And then, okay, look at this. Talk about superhero fatigue, right? I went and saw Spider-Man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Here's a bad guy. Here's a good guy. There's going to be some kind of a conflict. Good guy wins. People have talked about this. That's why I'm looking forward to Doomsday, because it looks like it's actually going to be some good storytelling. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's the problem with superhero. As much as I love superhero movies, when I was a little kid reading Thor and Iron Man when I was like 5 years old, I never would in my wildest dreams would have dreamt there would have been made movies of them. We didn't think of that.
Here's an interesting point though. Just looking through all these new releases again.
Yeah.
Not one Marvel or DC or superhero oriented game in this list, which is a surprise.
That's because you have Wolverine coming out. What else are they going to do after that? Oh, by the way, I canceled my order of Wolverine because I'm going $75 for one game. Sorry, man. I mean, I had it pre-ordered. I just can't. When I have a stack of games to play right now, I can't justify that cost. That's crazy.
But when you have so many games to play, I don't understand how you're buying anything that isn't platinum, but
because
you should be buying the cheapest ones in the bargain bin.
Well, one thing I taught my son Jacob, when he was, living here, we played games together quite a bit back in the day. I said, son, in American money, every video game at some point will be $19.99. If you wait long enough, how many months, how many years, it'll all be $19.99. You just got to learn to wait.
Well, this is what I've realized. Like, it's not even that; it will become free on PlayStation Plus.
Well, I got rid of my PlayStation Plus, so I can't relate.
I have to have it. Well, I have to have a level of PlayStation Plus so we can play Diablo online, which is aggravating. But
okay, yeah, because for online, I have the Switch online, which is only $20 a year. So, God, that's a bargain.
Yeah, I mean, I I have dived into the PlayStation Plus games, and I've enjoyed the fact where the stupidest thing about PlayStation Plus is I've played hundreds of 5 minutes of the start of the game and being able to go, no, that's not for me, instead of going to a shop and paying even £20 for it.
That's a very valid point.
I have played a lot of games where I thought, oh, I'm always interested in the Warhammer games because I used to play tabletop Warhammer for a while.
Me
and
too,
they all look really cool. And every time I go to play one, I'm like, this gameplay just is not for me.
Yeah, there's one called Bolt Gun. You might like. It's kind of like the old Doom games, like a what do they call that now? A boomer shooter. You know, it's like a Duke Nukem. Yeah, it's like a Duke Nukem kind of graphic. It's fun if you like just mindless shooting. It's pretty cool. You know.
Oh, Record's joined us right in the middle of game chat. You lucky little.
Oh no, did he really? Let me look at the chat box.
He hasn't said anything yet, probably because we keep talking about games, but he's there. I can see him there.
Well, you want to talk about motorcycles? Then he'll pop in.
What is your favorite motorcycle, Craig?
What is your favorite motorcycle? I'm a big Evel Knievel fan. Does that help? Or Ghost Rider.
My favorite two-wheeled motorized vehicle is the Gorelli Katia.
I have no idea what that even is.
It's tiny for a start. It's about yay high.
Yeah.
Motorized, road legal, tiny little bike. Pedal start. You have to pedal it like a street bike to get the engine going. An amazing 48 cc's of power.
So it's a lawnmower essentially.
It is, and it's such a stupid little bike. It's wonderful.
I think my favorite British car is Mr. Bean's car. Whatever that was he was driving.
Oh, a mini. Little mini.
That was fantastic. See, Wrecker says he sensed it was game time. Wrecker, you should know game time always comes at the end of the show because you figure most people are in bed.
Yeah. We do it to get rid of people, to be honest, so we can leave early and go to bed.
We really do. Yeah, but here you are. You want to talk about what's your favorite kind of motorbike, Wrecker? You a Harley guy? I highly doubt you're a Harley guy.
I feel like he likes those like big Tourer, Suzuki, Yamaha ones, the ones that that you imagine the police to ride. Just those big fuck off bikes.
Oh, those big touring bikes. The big frickin'
they kind of look like a tank. If a tank was a bike, it would be that.
Yeah.
If it had a lot more armor instead of plasticky bits, but they look like.
Yeah, kind of like Mad Max.
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine a bike in Mad Max at the moment. I can imagine
they had them. They were more kind of like BMX bikes, or motocross. I guess I should be saying.
I tell you what, if it was legal for everyone to have like Mad Max style cars, like everyone just got away with that, then 100% I would be happy to drive one.
I've seen that before. It's called Los Angeles. You just drive. They have like these 8-lane freeways. You can go as fast as you want to go. It's insanity there, man.
Human chain to the front and everything.
Oh yeah, the guy going yeah, yep, you bet.
Random guy with a guitar because obviously.
Yeah, with flames shooting out of the neck of it. Yeah. Exactly.
I love like there's no electricity. Everything runs on gasoline, and we don't have enough of it. But it's fine. We've got a guy. We can power an amp off a generator and get him to shoot flames out of the guitar. That's fine.
Yep, you bet. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking was a BMW, but BMW.
That's exactly what I thought as well, Craig. Funny
too.
Well, I have no idea what that bike is.
The reason that I know it is because one of my heroes, Neil Peart, the drummer from Rush, he would do a lot of touring driving one of those from gig to gig between gigs, and that was his bike of choice, I believe.
It looks a little bit more like dirt bikey sporty than I was expecting for.
Maybe I'm wrong then, but that's okay.
It just looks a little bit. I might be wrong as well. It just looks I put in a picture. I put in a Google picture search for the picture of the bike, and now I'm looking at this.
So he's not a chopper guy. He doesn't have the Rob Halford bike. That's what you should do. You guys play live. You should come out on a motorcycle, man.
Yeah, use the motorcycle as an instrument.
Yeah, kind of like do like a solo. There was a band here in the United States that had a guy that did a chainsaw solo. It was pretty
There's
funny.
another complete and a weirdo in the United States. It did a toothbrush solo.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And
Again,
on that note,
how about a song?
I was going to say a song because I really need the toilet. I've drank a whole liter of water whilst I've been doing this show.
Well, in that case, we should make you wait and see what happens.
No, I can't wait any longer.
All right, here's Working Overtime by Groove Fellowship.
1 second.
All right. I will hold down the fort. So if anybody is just watching the video stream, I will talk about my totally in-depth knowledge of motorcycles. He played a chainsaw in Wasp? I didn't know that. I could see him doing it. Well, that's cool. Yeah, it's hard to keep a chainsaw in tune, I would think. Bassman. Do. Yeah, baby.
I seem to be having some slight website issues.
We are.
Oh, well, I am.
I'm not. Ooh, envelope follower base.
You want to live a bit of envelope.
Wow. Wow.
Ah, remember the Mutron 3. Great pedal. That's before your time.
Sometimes funk only needs just a little bit of bounce. Bounce.
It does, man. A lot of every time I write a funk
slap.
Every time I write a funk song, I always put that lick in there, but on guitar though. I think that's all the Gern Blanston stuff has that riff in there. Oh,
Working overtime from the Groove Fellowship here on XRP Radio. It's a Craig and Tiz show. We have spoken about what makes us successful. We've spoken about what we think makes others successful. We have spoken about games. We have spoken about shoving things in your ear holes. We've spoken about merch. We've spoken about a lot of topics this evening.
We talked about chicken today.
We did talk about chicken.
Yep. I mean, what else do you guys want? You get everything in this show right here. I mean, come on.
Just right here. Just right here. I haven't got anything for show and tell today. I'm sorry, Craig.
I really don't as well. Generally, I bring something down here.
Here's a weird thing. It came out of nowhere. Cat just bought me them for no apparent reason, and now they're here. It is a 3-part book series based on the original, like the canon that would have been from the original episode 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars. So the Legends
Wow.
collection.
Nice.
So it's like it's Star Wars and like future / past / stories from Star Wars, but only with the original kind of comic stories and plot taken into consideration,
That's nice.
and not the universe. So there's Legends and Universe, I think, at the moment, and Universe is everything, and Legends is only original based.
Let's see, what can I grab for show and tell? Oh, you know how blind boxes are a big thing right now?
Yeah, massive in
Okay.
Japan, and now they're over here.
Yeah, over here at the Mall of America, we have a store called Pop Mart, and all they have is blind boxes, and it's like all these animes and all these different characters. And I went to a different store, and they had Godzilla figures. I go, cool. They had like Rodan and Mothra and King Ghidorah and all that shit. So I bought 3 boxes thinking that I would get a really cool selection. You know what?
You got 3 of the same.
I got 3 of the same fucking Godzilla. And I said, that's the last time I'm doing blind boxes.
That's
So I
what
got
puts
3
me
of
off
these.
about blind boxes. There's Final Fantasy blind boxes, and they're polygon remakes of like the original stubby handed characters, that like the original Final Fantasy 7 polygon
Yeah.
style triangle
Yeah.
characters.
Right.
And they're like, and don't get me wrong, I'm a bit of a fan. They're about they tend to be £15 to £20 each, but I'm a collector, so I'd want all of them, and I can't go into them knowing that like what should be a £200 collection is probably going to cost me like £800, and there will be one missing when they go off sale, and I can't cope with. I can't put myself through that horror. There's quite a few. There's some Ghibli blind boxes as well. ALC loves the blind box. They do in a lot of the anime stores and game stores here, they do like mystery boxes as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be like £20, and it'll be like all the stuff they're trying to get rid of in a box, pretty much.
Yeah, I know, right? Well,
she loves them. Absolutely fucking loves them.
right now here in the States, McDonald's is doing a Happy Meal mashup where it's Hello Kitty mashed up with Godzilla. So it's like
Right.
Hello Kitty wearing a Godzilla costume, or King Ghidorah, or Gygar or Gigan, whatever the hell he was, all crossed with Hello Kitty. It's bizarre, but they're kind of cute.
I mean,
But
I guess you get to a point, especially with fans of older stuff, like Godzilla fans, big Godzilla fans, as I can already see in your room, have got quite a few Godzilla models already
There's
in
a couple.
existence. You can't, I guess after a while, like I see some of the new Final Fantasy 7 models come out, and I'm like, I've already got Cloud. Next, move onwards, please.
yeah,
So how do you make it more interesting? Try and get someone that's got 2 specific tastes. I bet you there's Hello Kitty and Godzilla lovers out there. I love a
there
good
has to be.
crossover. I love it. I mean, there's quite a few times where Monopoly Go. I don't play Monopoly Go, but I will play the fuck out of it when there's a Star Wars game.
oh yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? I love a little crossover like that. I will 100% go out of my way to collect all the Star Wars shields and dice and characters and game pieces on Monopoly Go. And then I'll never play it again until there's a Final Fantasy one or something. Please do a Final Fantasy one. That'd be lovely.
You're being a collector, Wrecker says he just got Wrecker stickers. Funny, I was talking to Connie about that today. I mean,
can we collect them? Is there more than one?
If I made Icebox Studio stickers, cool, but what am I going to stick them on? I really don't go anywhere to stick them on anything, So it's,
I've actually got it's getting slowly better, but I have it's like a TV box of cardboard, big like 60-inch TV box of cardboard, and I've been sticking all the stickers that people send me on it, and eventually it will go behind me, and I'll get rid of this terrible green screen, and it'll look cool.
that sounds great, man.
Yeah, and that wall will eventually. I want to put like the vinyls up on it and the CDs that I get sent and all the cool stuff.
Well, when we do the reboot, you can do that.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
eventually.
Just make sure you do it before I die, please.
I need to do it before I die.
Well, I always tell you, statistically, I'm set to go first. This is just on some kind of timetable.
I know, because like I'm an ex-smoker, bad person, did all the unhealthy things, whereas you're less unhealthy minus the obsession with Pepsi Max.
I drink this, but I think it's preserving me, maybe.
I'll say so. We've been trying to eat out no takeaways for a very long time in this house.
Good boy. Good job.
I'm trying to get with that, and I've cut out a lot of my soda drinks. So as you know, I'm a big Fanta, orange Fanta drinker.
Yeah.
And I cut it out, and I hadn't had any in ages. And then I had a moody day. I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting myself a bottle of Fanta.
Yep.
And now with most other food, like earlier on in our getting rid of fast food, I did have a Burger King, and I didn't enjoy it as much as like, this is shit, and I feel shit after it. But I drank like 2 sips of Fanta, and I felt the best that I had in about 2 months.
I've done that with McDonald's, man, because I haven't done fast food like in years. The occasional Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, but I wanted a quarter pounder with cheese so bad one day, and it was the grossest fucking thing I've ever had. I'm like, why did I love this? It's just
Right, there's a lot of food. One of the guys I work with tends to come in after he's like picked up some kind of fast food and ate on his way to work, and the remnants are on the side. And previously, like a few months ago, I'll be like, I smell KFC. You're giving me a chicken tender. But now I look at the bag and see all the grease pouring out the bottom of it, and I'm like,
I gotta tell you, man, I really do miss KFC. I really do. That was one of my big snacks too. But my God, those pieces of chicken are microscopic, and you pay so much money for them.
You know what? I'll say the old KFC from about a year ago. I do crave. Yeah. The current KFC that we're getting in the UK, the quality, the flavoring still just about there, but the quality of the meat in the UK is how it's so much so as we've moved away from, we don't buy supermarket meat anymore, we buy butcher's meat. And even then, like,
really,
yeah, it's a lot more expensive, but I can't eat supermarket chicken in the UK anymore. It's horrible.
Really? Ours is still good.
Absolutely fucking horrible.
Our local store does a really good job. Their deli, their fried chicken is really good.
Typically, when you've got a proper deli that's dealing with proper meat and they're cooking the items on the deli with the proper butcher's meat, they tend to be better. And there's a few places, right? But honestly, after going to Spain and eating the food over there, coming back, the quality difference is horrific. I was so surprised at how much 2 weeks in a different climate of food would make. Like, you go into the supermarkets and they've got the meat laid out in their counters, and it just looks appealing. I go to a UK supermarket, I see the slimy ass chicken in the plastic box, and I just don't want it. Absolutely don't want it.
It kills me about you Europeans, man. We'll just bop over to Spain like it's no big thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
nothing to it. Take a train.
I know a lot of Americans that just pop over to New York, and it's the same fucking distance. You just pop over to Florida. The problem with America is it's basically the same fucking culture from coast to coast.
It is. There's nothing to make it. Maybe the dialect. God, I had to laugh. I have Alexa runs my studio here to turn power on and stuff. And the other day, I asked her to do something, and God, what did she say? She came back with some. The Minnesotan reply she gave me. You betcha. I'm like, come on. Are you starting to figure out I'm from Minnesota now? Okie dokie. It's like,
I'm waiting for my Siri, like, turn on the lights, and he goes, hi.
Yeah, really. Oh man.
Actually, no, if this is Scotland, it would actually be like, do it yourself, you cunt.
Yeah, there you go. Or after talking to you as long as I have now, one of my big replies is hi to everything. Yeah, when my GPS, take it right here. I just do that now.
A few people turn around to me and like, oh, you're picking up the Scottish. You're saying I a lot, right? But Brummies say I. My dad and my mom both say I. It's not a Scot. I think Scotland and Brummies, I've suddenly realised, have a lot more in common than I expected them to have. I've noticed this from some of my customers at the restaurant, and they're like, you ain't from here. And I'm like, no. Where are you from? You're from London or Brighton, are you? I'm like, I worked there quite a lot, but yeah, no, I'm a Brummie.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I know I told you too. I used to crack the same joke back when the show started. How are the Highland coos doing this morning out there on the north on the shore? And all of a sudden now in America, we're getting all these stuffed Highland cows, right? Like they're cute, like a little stuffy thing to have now. Highland cows are getting to be everywhere now as a stuffed animal. I just don't know why, but it's funny. The Highland coo.
Well, because Scotland went to America and were the best people on the planet.
Well, yeah, you're doing better off. You know what blows my mind? We just celebrated our 250th year of being a country. Compared to the world, that isn't shit, man. That's nothing. Well,
Right. I hasten to add this. It's not like Christopher Columbus sailed across the sea and then started just digging some dirt up and putting it there, and then America was invented. It was actually a country before then.
Oh, I know, but they kind of got rid of that history part of it. That's been blanked out. We're not supposed to know about that. I mean, there were Indians here. Really? Wow. What happened to them? We put them on reservations. Oh, good plan, guys. Good Lord.
I have seen some just stupid videos popping up recently where it's white American people going up to some more tanned people, shall we say, and being go back to your own country, and it's yeah, we were here before you.
Or when they tell me all of a sudden we hate immigrants, who do you think built America, guys? Hello. We built this. My people were German. We came here and built houses here and built cities. And you think it was just always here? No.
Just we've got to get rid of immigrants, and it's okay, you're doing that back 250 years, are you?
Mm-hmm. So just all of us are going to go back, and the Indians will take the land back. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I always use that line. Can we call King George and tell him, can we come back now? We tried the experiment. It did not work out. We're coming home.
I think our biggest issue is we can't fit enough of the Irish people back in Ireland. You can't fit enough of the Irish people back in Ireland. Some of the other places, I know Germany's short of a few people. You'll be fine.
I'll go back to Germany in a flash. I would love it. I would love to try it there.
Oh, industry's good, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. We should probably get going, I suppose. Huh? I got 5, depending on what. Okay, I have 525, 527, and 523. Take your pick.
Let's just go for the later one and press play on the last track.
Right. Here's the last track, folks.
You're forgetting all the niceties and the pleasantries.
Oh, shit. They know we love them.
We love you. It's been a pleasure to entertain you all for the evening. I will be back with Craig same time next week. That's Wednesdays now, and it will continue to be Wednesdays from 9:30 to 11:30 p.m. GMT UK time, which is, Craig,
3:30 to 5:30 Central Standard Time.
I'll be back on the weekend, Sunday, right before the Shea Garden with ALC in Submission. That's not what it's called. It's called Submission Sunday, where we play all the latest and greatest submissions to XRP Radio and some of the ones that aren't so great, and we just see what you have to think about them. Great shows between now and then. Don't forget you got Driving Under Insanity and
something else.
Locked and Loaded
on
Saturday for you as well. We'll get there in the end.
Right on. All right. Thank you for doing whatever it is we do. Whatever. For listening to this thing. Yes, apparently. Anyway, here is today's last song. This is Restless from Elsewhere. Or by Elsewhere, I guess I should say.
Where is Elsewhere? And why are they so reckless?
So once again, I can crumple up the old set list and throw it in the trash can, and I will miss because I always miss.
Did I tell you? I think I told you last week. My dad's actually kept every set list that he's ever done.
You've told me that a few times now, but it's fine.
Not that I'm trying to get you to keep them. They're completely useless. It's just something that I find. It makes me smile that he does that.
You know what's funny is some of the stuff that I have kept. I have set lists from the Express Band back when we started 34 years ago from the first gig. I still kept them. I don't know why. It has what key the songs are in. What the venue was.
I think it's a nice thing. I mean, I've always thought like they're things that your fans want from you when you finish a gig. So keep a couple yourself, definitely. They're going to mean more to you. You'll remember the gig.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. I don't know if I ever showed you this, but I got a whole bag of these these custom guitar picks I used to throw out. Let's see. I think they had my name on them or something. Yeah, here we go. How's the camera? It says the Express band on this side, as you can see. And then it says Craig. I got a whole bag of them still.
I want a
They're
bag of
all
them that just says you just got picked by TIZZ and I can throw at people.
Right in the eye.
Yeah. You just got picked by TIZZ.
Got picked by TIZZ, baby. Yeah.
So for all those watching us as well, it's a buy. It's the same buy that I gave earlier, but you can see us do it behind the scenes, I guess. Listen to those shows that I mentioned earlier, and make sure everyone that is listening send Craig a lovely message this week.
Oh, that's nice of you.
It's either really nice and you're going to be really happy, or by next week you're going to be really sad with me. It's like, no one even sent me a message.
They're not going to leave me a message. That's okay.
We'll see. Right then. See you later, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening and goodbye.
So here we are again. Thanks for stopping by to listen to the barman and that old annoying guy. Do you ever wonder? Do you want to see who are these men of mystery? TIZZ lives in Scotland and runs XRP, a broadcasting legend, I'm sure you'll agree. Craig lives in a studio in the USA, working on music most every day. They come together at this time each week, a wondrous pairing of these two great geeks. So stop in the chat box and say a hello, and listen in wonder to Craig and TIZZ show.